had a dream that I used this little chainsaw to cut open a frozen watermelon. Inside there were little people screaming in terror. I wonder if the watermelon would be safe to eat. Well, it's probably fine, so long as you cook it properly. Hey there, hi there, Jekyll here. And I've been looking for a new chainsaw for a while now. My old one, its chain got clogged, and, well, apparently they don't cut through bones too well. Let's see what these reviews say about these chainsaws. Robert M. 3 weeks ago, style, little plus evil. I was having a hard time. Things weren't going well for me, and I kept seeing all these other people with their happy lives. It made me feel really bad, and I didn't know what to do about it. So I bought this little chainsaw. Works good. Recommend it. Yeah, like 127 other people here. I think we're in the same line of business here, Robert. Very helpful. Laura X. Goggles missing. Style little. Okay, so you got the little style, you didn't get the evil one. It says this little chainsaw comes with goggles, but I didn't get any, hence 3 stars. Fortunately, I already have some. Safety first, people. Now, that's actually very helpful. Whenever you're cutting into things, remember, the blades of the saw will be coming back towards you at some point. It wraps around, right? So it's gonna dig anything and throw it at you. Definitely recommend goggles. The fact that you took off 2 whole stars for safety glasses, I don't know. That seems a little bit not great. You could have probably just contacted the manufacturer and gotten some sent over, or a partial refund. You didn't have to give him 3 stars if you like the chainsaw. But I'll give you helpful, because yes, safety first, people. Edgar K. Little plus evil. Everything seems good. Package arrived on time and undamaged. I haven't used it yet, but boy is my idiot neighbor going to be in for a nasty surprise. Oh, you really shouldn't be a vandal like that, Edgar K. You have to respect your neighbor's private property. I know you're going after his trees. Udoka Q. Perfect for shrubs and bushes. I think it might be a little bit overkill. Little plus yellow. I think you could probably get a hedge trimmer, and that would be enough, right? Like one of those oscillating ones. You don't need a chainsaw for shrubs and bushes. Gardening is getting harder for me now that I'm getting older. This chainsaw is perfect for cutting small shrubs and bushes down to size. Felt a bit strange after using it. Maybe it's because I'm not used to the vibrations. Everything else was wonderful, and I strongly recommend this beauty. Helpful. But you're using it for the wrong purpose. What's this? Gardening news. Best kept gardens? There's never been a better time to take a drive to check out the most beautiful gardens in your area. We will run down the top 10 districts for best kept yards. Will your neighborhood get a mention? Probably not. The lawns around here are full of like clover and dandelion and crabgrass. I kinda doubt it. Alfonso R. Garbage. Little and pink. I bought this little chainsaw as a romantic gift for my partner, but it doesn't work. Useless garbage. I'm going to send it back and get a relief blower. Oh, that's really disappointing. Whenever you order a product online and it doesn't work, like, or it's not what you ordered, oh, I hate that. I've had that experience with a lot of things. Some of them with like international shipping, so you wait 2 months for a product to arrive, and you really wanted it. You really wanted that authentic bone saw, and instead what they give you is like a hacksaw. I know, it's awful. I understand. I hope that was just, you know, a one-off, or maybe the style little in pink as a manufacturing error. But helpful, thank you. Expensive but worth it, says Oliver J. I like to carry this with me when I go out, so people know not to mess with me. Had a holster made for it too. Got a second one for the car. Bit expensive but worth it. When you're talking about, well, when you're talking about intimidating other people, sure, having a chainsaw strapped to your back, I imagine it's on your back. You wouldn't... Okay, maybe you're going Evil Dead with it, and you're attaching this to your arm. Like, you have 2 chainsaws, so theoretically, You could cut off one of your hands like Ash from the Evil Dead, and then you could have it holstered to your hand at all times. That's intimidating. Definitely make driving harder, though. It would be a bit expensive, too. Are you saying that there's a better value, though? If it works, then I mean, expense is not really the key factor, is it? Cures insomnia, says Yafet C. Little and green. As described, lightweight, easy to use. Slept for 26 hours after using it, but that's good because I have trouble sleeping anyway. What with the world being the way it is and everything? What do you mean? How does it cure your insomnia? This person is obviously having trouble. Like, they have such bad insomnia, they have no idea what they're talking about. They should be reported so that they can get the help they need. LAV. Good for people with wrist pain. Is it because it's light? I like making sculptures out of ice, but a full-size chainsaw is too heavy. This little fella is just the right size, and it comes in blue. I love it so much I've been having dreams about it. Pretty intense ones, too. If you're into ice sculpture, you must buy it. Okay, you're getting reported because no one likes ice sculpting. Definitely a fake review. Art news. Ice Sculpture Museum opens. Oh no, it's spreading. The long-awaited Museum of Ice Sculpture finally opens today. The first piece to be exhibited will be a magnificent sculpture of a cat, made using a little chainsaw. I hate when Google is listening in on my conversations, like checking my Amazon feeds like this. Sanjeev B. No need for earplugs. I have sensitive ears and my full-size chainsaw is too loud for me, even with earplugs. This little thing is quiet enough that I don't need them at all. I had a dream that I used this little chainsaw to cut open a frozen watermelon. Inside there were little people screaming in terror. I wonder if the watermelon would be safe to eat. Well, it's probably fine so long as you cook it properly. Remember people, always cook your watermelon to 145 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the safe way. That's what the FDA recommends. Emma W. won't let me return it. Something is wrong with this product. I'm not sure what, but it gives me very bad feelings. I tried to return it, but the vendor won't let me because it's not damaged. Just wanted to warn people not to buy it. Handy for small branches, though. Well, that's entirely on you. That this 1-star rating, that's entirely on you. It's not the vendor's fault if the product is not damaged. You just have bad feelings about it. Oh no, I regret my purchase. Luca S. replaced my hacksaw. I used to use a hacksaw before I got this. I can't tell you what I use it for. I want to tell you, but I mustn't. That's helpful. I think I know exactly what you use it for. I don't recommend a hacksaw, by the way. The blades will get chipped or bend way too easily. You need more hardened steel. Worth getting the second battery, says Antonio U. Little Evil plus 2 batteries, yes. Verified purchase. 3 days ago. We're getting more recent. This little chainsaw is surprisingly good at bigger jobs. Yesterday, I saw the wreck of a bus by the side of the road. I didn't know how well the chainsaw would do, but it turned out great. I soon had that bus broken up into pieces of scrap metal. It was difficult at first, but it got easier once the bus broke free and limped away. I seriously recommend getting the second battery if you want to take on the bigger jobs. I thought for sure that he was going to talk about the scraps of people once he broke them down. But okay, sure, you saved people. I hope you didn't cause the accident that you needed to save them, Antonio. Ignazi. Oh? No, that's not Ignazi. That's not one name. Ignatz Y. Local news, soccer team bus attacked by maniac. No, he was saving them. I'm sure he was saving them. They crashed. A team of soccer players is receiving critical care in a local hospital. The team bus crashed into a fallen telegraph pole. Telegraph? What is this, the 1800s? Causing serious injuries to the players. Shortly afterwards, an unknown person wielding a little chainsaw began to dismantle the bus, causing further injuries. They were lucky to escape with their lives, said a hospital spokesperson. No. This is just the lying media again. You can't trust their sensationalism. I'm sure this was just a good Samaritan trying to save these trapped soccer players. Yeah. Darn media. I use this little... Oh, sorry. Ignat's Y. Fire breaks made easy. I use this little chainsaw to clear a space around my property to prevent summer wildfires from spreading. It's good for small trees and bushes. I don't remember my dreams, but I woke up with feelings of dread every day this week. Helpful. Willa J should come with a warning. Why? Highly dangerous, watch out. Well, of course, it's a chainsaw. It's like rapid, sharp blades that are spinning around at high speeds. Of course it's highly dangerous. Once you start using this sweet little gem, you won't want to stop and you'll be looking around for things to cut down, lol. We don't get any trespassers on our property anymore, lol. So it's useful. It doesn't clog up the blade, the meaty bits. Very helpful. Taka L, 78 this year. I'm 78 this year, and with this little chainsaw, I'm able to help my family chop wood for the fire. Last night I dreamed I was floating above my bed, looking down on myself. The me on the bed was looking back up at me. It was in the air, saying, "Please don't leave me alone." I've never felt so sad. Okay, she's 78, so she doesn't know that this isn't Facebook, and she's just trying to share her story, as most older people do. Perfectly natural. We'll just leave her alone. Dong O. Perfect for scaring the crap out of people. Well, I think that's a waste of a chainsaw. You could have just gotten a prop. I was sick to death of everything and everyone, so I bought this chainsaw and a ski mask, and I headed down to the hospital. To my surprise, a whole load of other people had the same idea. Lol, don't you hate it when that happens? You get a great idea, and someone else does it. And sometimes people do it better than you do, and you just feel bad because, that was a great idea, and you had it. And someone executed it. I hate that. I really hate that. Staff and patients running around screaming. Hilarious! I would definitely do this again. Very helpful. As well as these 328 people. I agree. Sindhu Y. Oh? Local news, Hospital of Horror. There were scenes of horror today at a local hospital as masked figures brandishing little chainsaws terrorized patients and staff. A spokesperson for the hospital said, "What kind of a monster would do this? There are sick people here." Oh, come on, it was just a joke. It was a harmless prank. Sindhu Y. Couldn't have asked for more. I will defend my property by force, step into my yard, and face the consequences. Delivering mail? Sorry, buddy. The chainsaw says no. So happy this comes in pink. Absolutely. That's your property, and taxation is inherently theft. Helpful. Don't know what people are going on about, says Omar F. I haven't had any of these weird feelings or strange dreams so many other viewers have talked about. I didn't take the little chainsaw out of the box, though. I just wrapped it in plastic and put it into storage, hoping this is going to be worth something in a few years. Ah, you're a collector. I see. I hope you got the collector's edition. Deluxe. Helpful. Maya V. Amazing for kindling. Amazing for chopping up kindling for fires. Since I got this little chainsaw, I've enjoyed so many more fires and have started them all in different parts of town. See? It's getting them to go outdoors. That's very, very healthy. Personally, I like the dreams and I feel happy when I do what they tell me. Very helpful. Yeah, do what you want. Theodore E. A little marvel. I stopped to pick up a few things at the supermarket, grabbed some milk and some frozen waffles. Then I started looking at all these nice little things that I never buy because I'm not made of money. Why do other people get to have things that I don't? Good question, Theodore. Why am I the one who has to stick to a budget? It made me feel bad. Today I learned that a supermarket can be ruined with a little chainsaw in just a few hours. What a little marvel. That's right. Ah, he got the extra battery. That's how he did it. You gotta do that, right? You gotta buy the extra battery like the other person said. Otherwise, you're not gonna have enough power to go through a whole supermarket. Very helpful. Oh, business news, local supermarket to close. A much-loved local supermarket closed its doors for the last time today after a customer rampaged through the store, destroying products and cutting down shelves using a little chainsaw. We simply cannot recover from this, said the supermarket owner. Wow, the news sure is giving me a lot of, brand recognition here. Little Chainsaw is making waves. There is no bad publicity in the Little Chainsaw business. Alice I. Affordable, 5 stars, 2 hours ago. Very recent. I recently took up juggling and I'm getting pretty good at it. I wanted a serious challenge, but I wasn't confident enough to juggle with full-size chainsaws. They do get pretty heavy, and you gotta make sure they're balanced well. These little things are perfect and much more affordable. I drink strong coffee to keep the dreams away. Why would you do that? The dreams are the best part. Solvig G. I love it. I love my little chainsaw so much I sleep with it next to my bed. That's cute. Sometimes I wake up in the night with a strong urge to take the saw and cut something in half. Anything. Doesn't matter what. Trees, cars, houses, libraries, jumbo jets, anything. Anything. How can I resist? This thing is so cute. I know, it's just like when you see a puppy and you have to pat it. So cute, how can you resist? But in all seriousness, when you have a power, it's very hard not to use it. And a chainsaw is a very special form of power. The power to rip through just about any material you can think of. How could you not use that in your real life? Niam P. Cute and fun to use. Some friends came over and they were so impressed with my cute little chainsaw that we took it in turns to cut back the brambles at the far end of the yard. We had such a great time. Like some other reviewers, we had strange feelings afterwards, but we all passed out on the lawn, so I can only give it 3 stars. You're probably underaged. That's why. You should wait until you're older before you start playing with chainsaws. You're getting reported for that. Gareth D. Even works on thick metal. Good to know. Hardened blades? Definitely need those if you want to go through something like bone. Today I took a detour by the waterfront and saw an oil tanker that had spilled some oil in the harbor. Some people were getting into a Zodiac to go and protest about it. I hitched a ride out to the tanker with them. Thanks to me and my brand new little chainsaw, that tanker is resting at the bottom of the harbor. It's a shame about the rest of the oil coming out when it sank, but meh. I don't care much for marine wildlife anyway. Glad I got this thing. That's right. It's your right to destroy wildlife if you want to, Gareth. That's what it means to be American. Environmental news. Oil spill catastrophic for wildlife. An oil tanker has shed its entire load in the harbor, causing a severe environmental catastrophe, which may take many decades to clear up. Marine wildlife in the area will be severely affected. Some have called this the worst ecological disaster this area has ever seen, while others have said it's no big deal. I'm gonna go with the others because their opinion aligns with my own, and that's usually how I decide things. It's no big deal. Like, oil's a natural thing. It comes from nature. So what if it, enters nature again? It's just like throwing cigarette butts out the window, right? They're made of natural things, like fiberglass. And that fiberglass will just naturally become part of the environment, just like an oil spill. Takumbo T, my first chainsaw. This is my first time purchasing a chainsaw. I never had anything to cut down before. These days I have a big long list. You know who you are. Absolutely. Yeah, you go get 'em, Takumbo. Tunde P, appreciate the safety features. Oh, there are safety features? Like, I know what I said about safety glasses, but safety features on a chainsaw are unnecessary. Protect your eyes and you'll be fine. Loving this butte so much that I will even come to your home and cut up trees and bushes for you. Just say the word. Sure, I'll give you my address right after this. I might pass out into a deep slumber while I'm doing it. It's happened a few times, yeah. As it does, You get so exhausted hefting a chainsaw around. They are pretty heavy, even the small ones. Fortunately, this saw has an automatic stop feature and a safety bar that stops me getting injured. Okay. Like a safety bar, I get. Automatic stop features? Sometimes they get in the way of what you're cutting. and that can cause you to put more pressure into the chainsaw itself. I don't know. I feel like that might be an unsafety feature. Maybe we could remove that. Probably a kit to do that, you know, modify it at home. Probably what I'll do when I buy this little chainsaw myself. I dream about a wide crack in the ground running down the street outside my house. People are in it, sawing away at the ground, making the crack wider. I don't think that's a dream. In fact, I hear the buzzing around outside right now too. Or maybe they're just bees. Oot R. Nobody taking my saw. If the government wants to take away my little chainsaw, they're gonna have to take it from my cold dead hands. Which are probably made of chainsaws now, because you did the double ash, right? That's what my little chainsaw would tell me to do. Cut off both hands and attach a chainsaw to both stumps. Unless they also have a little chainsaw, because then they could take off my warm living hands and I wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Well, you could do it first. Then you can prevent them from doing it. Battery life could be better though. Well, you didn't buy the extra battery. You only got the little evil style. Hands can take a surprising amount of sawing, I imagine. Yes, they can, unfortunately. Remember the good half, says Susan G. I joined a huge group of people online who all own this chainsaw, and they've all been having the same vivid dreams as me. We think the world has gone to hell, and we're going to do something about it. If you want to help, buy this chainsaw. Make your way to the equator and start sawing along the dotted line. It is a cut here line on a globe, right? Edit. Before the world is separated in two, before the two halves drift apart, before the skies set themselves on fire, and the sea rises up to put them out, make sure you're standing on the good half. Edited 1 minute ago. Wow, that's a lot of people who found this helpful. I didn't want to make this political, though. You know, I didn't want to purchase to be political. Like, there are some people who believe purchasing anything online is political because you're not buying local. And I'm not really part of that. I don't care. So, reported, don't make my purchases political. Apocalypse news, planetary downsizing. Extinction looms for all life on Earth as a group of determined individuals are attempting to break the planet into two pieces using little chainsaws. According to space experts, there is no way the planet can survive being cut in half. But what's a space expert? I don't even believe in space, it doesn't matter. The Earth Cutters, as they are calling themselves, do not agree. Who is right? We don't know, but it's probably the Earth Cutters because there are more of them and they're very sure of their opinions. I like the sounds of that. That aligns with my beliefs, even though I'm not part of the movement. Thanks and goodbye to our loyal customers. Due to the ongoing unionization of our warehouse staff, we have no option but to cease operations. We understand that many of our customers are currently attempting to make the world great again by cutting it in half. While they do so, we will retreat to our secure corporate bunkers. We are confident that humanity will ultimately survive in one form or another. We promise to rebuild and return to providing quality goods at unbeatable prices without regulations, unions, or competition. Thank you for being a loyal customer. Well, I didn't like how Google was feeding me news while I was reading the reviews for that product. I'm glad I know it's politically motivated now, which means I won't buy it. Yeah. I had a lot of fun, though, reading those reviews. It seems like a great product, despite it being political. So if you feel like buying it, feel free. If you want to cut along the equator, go ahead. I don't care. This has been Jekyll, reading a review for a chainsaw. I will give the reviews 3.5 out of 5 cigarettes. And I will see you all next time. But for now, Jekyll out.